Once upon a time, in a small village called Nduoma, there lived a man named Chukwudi. Chukwudi was 45 years old, strong, and tall. He had 2 wives, Ada and Ngozi, and 7 lovely children. Chukwudi loved his family very much and worked hard every day to take care of them. Chukwudi was a kind man, and everyone in the village liked him. He was known for his honesty and for helping others. Chukwudi's children were well behaved and they always listened to their parents. Ada and Ngozi also loved each other and took care of the children together. The family was always happy. One day, something strange happened. Chukwudi was walking in the forest, collecting firewood for his family. Suddenly, he heard a noise behind him. Before he could turn around, some bad men jumped out from behind the trees. They grabbed Chukwudi and tied him up with ropes. Chukwudi was scared. "What do you want from me?" he asked the men. But the bad men did not answer him. They put a sack over his head and carried him deep into the forest. Chukwudi could not see where they were taking him. He could only feel the rough ground under his feet and hear the sound of leaves crunching as they walked. After walking for a long time, the bad men stopped. They removed the sack from Chukwudi's head. Chukwudi looked around and saw that they were in a strange part of the forest. There was a big hole in the ground, and the bad men were standing around it. Before Chukwudi could say anything, the bad men pushed him into the hole. Chukwudi fell to the bottom of the hole and hurt his leg. The bad men started to shovel dirt into the hole, burying Chukwudi alive. "Please don't do this," Chukwudi cried out. "I have a family. I have children." But the bad men did not listen. They kept shoveling dirt into the hole until Chukwudi was completely buried. Back at home, Ada and Ngozi were worried. Chukwudi had been gone for a long time, and it was getting dark. The children were also worried. "Where is Papa?" they children asked their mothers. Ada and Ngozi decided to go and look for Chukwudi. They asked some men from the village to help them search the forest. They called out Chukwudi's name, but there was no answer. They searched and searched, but they could not find him. Days passed, and Chukwudi still did not return home. The whole village was worried. What could have happened to Chukwudi? The villagers asked each other. Chukwudi was trapped under the ground. He was buried in darkness, and it was hard to breathe. But Chukwudi was strong and did not give up. He started to dig with his hands, pushing the dirt away little by little. It was hard work, and Chukwudi was very tired. His hands hurt, and his leg was still hurting from the fall. But Chukwudi kept digging. He thought about his wives and his children, and this gave him the strength to keep going. He suddenly felt something soft under his hand. It was not dirt or rock, it was something else. Chukwudi was scared, but he kept digging. To his surprise, he found a small tunnel under the ground. The tunnel was dark, but Chukwudi could feel fresh air coming from it. Chukwudi crawled into the tunnel and followed it. The tunnel was narrow, and Chukwudi had to crawl on his hands and knees. But he kept moving forward. After what felt like a long time, Chukwudi saw a light at the end of the tunnel. He crawled toward the light and found himself in a small cave. Inside the cave, there was a strange old man sitting by a fire. The old man had a long white beard and wore a robe made of leaves. The old man looked at Chukwudi and smiled. "You are a brave man," he said. "I have been watching you. You are strong and have a good heart. I will help you return to your family." The old man gave Chukwudi some food and water. Chukwudi ate and drank, feeling his strength return. The old man then led Chukwudi through another tunnel that led out of the cave. They walked for a long time until they reached the edge of the forest. "You must be careful," the old man said. The bad men are still looking for you, but you are strong, and you will find your way home." Chukwudi thanked the old man and started walking toward his village. He was tired and weak, but he kept going. He thought about his wives and children waiting for him at home. Back in the village, Ada, Ngozi, and the children were very sad. They missed Chukwudi and prayed every day for his safe return. One evening, as the sun was setting, they heard a knock on the door. Ada opened the door and saw Chukwudi standing there, covered in dirt and looking tired. "Papa!" the children cried, running to hug him. Ada and Ngozi were so happy to see him that they started crying tears of joy. Chukwudi hugged his family tightly. "I am back," he said. "I missed you all so much." The whole village celebrated Chukwudi's return. The people were amazed to hear his story about how he was buried alive and how he escaped. They praised Chukwudi for his bravery and strength. The bad men who had buried Chukwudi alive were still in the village. They thought Chukwudi was dead, and they were not worried. But when they heard that Chukwudi had returned, they were shocked. The village chief heard about what the bad men had done and ordered them to be caught. The villagers searched for the bad men and found them hiding in the forest. They were brought to the chief, who punished them for their wickedness. The bad men were sent far away from the village, and they were never seen again. The village was safe, and everyone was happy. Chukwudi was grateful to be alive and with his family again. He thanked the old man who had helped him and promised to always be kind and strong. He knew that his love for his family had saved him. Chukwudi's wives and children were also grateful. They knew that they had a brave father who would do anything to protect them. The family lived happily ever after, and they never forgot the lesson they learned, that love and bravery can overcome even the darkest of times. This story teaches us that no matter how difficult life becomes, we should never give up. Chukwudi's love for his family gave him the strength to escape from the dark hole and return to the people